In this video, we're going to talk about how we can use price action rules to help us understand the market and identify high probability setups. So right now, the structure in front of me using pure price action is indicating bearish trend down. I have a series of low highs and low lows. I have the supportive indicator 21 bar EMA alongside with a channel, because every single time I have trending structure, even small trending structure, I always want to identify a brand new channel. And while I'm trading the downtrend, I'm respecting corrections because there's always a correction, small one or big one, part of the main trending market. So right now we have market correcting to the upside. So I need to redraw short-term correction. I want to see breaking new extreme following the trendline rule, even for the correction. So we have a new low here, lowest low. I'm going to reset the count. First attempt to sell, but it's not high probability. And now we have second attempt to sell. You have a second entry short, but it's quite a weak bar and mainly above EMA, which is a problem because you don't know if the correction is truly over or not. If you get pushed below EMA, that's more confirmation that the sellers are back in the market and they're about to test the new low. So it's better to wait a little bit. Market is pushing below EMA, and now we have tick higher, reversal down. So you have a new high, first entry long failed, and this is great high probability setup, lower high confirmation setup of the second entry short, downtrend is new low, EMA keeps holding. This follows all the rules. This is a great high probability setup. You're going to wait for the trigger, and scalp was made. Not fully new extreme, so I'm not giving up on new low just yet. It's very close, but let's see what's going to happen. Market corrected. I don't think I can take now second entry short because we have this correction, this uptrend that may get a new high, and we almost created the double bottom. So just in case, I want to see new high for this channel. Okay, still work for a scalp, so no problem if you took it. And now we have visual 2 legs up. So uptrend played out with the break, push to a new high. Okay, where do we have a new high? Okay, so the uptrend played out here on this one little tick on this bullish bar. So finally, you have breaking new high, you have 2 legs up. So now that you have a new high, I'm considering once again lower high below EMA. Why? Well, because I'm combining the main downtrend to the left, this is the main bias, with the trend range now, because EMA flattened, we have consistent pricings up and down. So I'm going to combine the downtrend with the trend range rules. You want to sell high according to range rules. So this is always good. The more structures you have to combine and follow rules, the better. Can I get a lower high? Well, technically I have a lower high here, but it's a doji bar, still above EMA. That's not that big of a deal because in ranges you can sell above EMA, but it's really bad bar directly into EMA. I really think we need to see failed second entry long. And you have a new high, first entry long, pull back, second entry long failure, great swing bar. So this right here is another high probability setup, failed second entry long, because downtrend is new low. And right now, according to range rules, you also expect market to go lower. It worked for a substantial scalp. So the scalp was reached, but it didn't go down on the first push. It actually took one more push. Had there been lower high here, you still could have considered a lower high because you have another new low, first entry short, second entry short. Resistance is holding so many times, but there was no lower high. And market created break, push to a new extreme, and the downtrend played out. So this structure to the left played out, which means all sellers fulfilled the trendline rule. They took the profits now. And now because downtrend played out, I'm going to pause looking to go short, especially after such a long sideways price action. So now what abates me is area of development. I want to see what is the next structure. I'm going to draw a channel a little bit wider like this simply because the chances are high we're going to have some reversal, but there was no trade. We just have breaking new high. So uptrend played out. So now everything on my chart played out. And I'm not even looking for trades. Everything to the downside and upside played out. Now I have just congestion here, so I cannot take short nor long. It's simply too congested. I'm not a pattern trader. I'm not interested in just plain bars. I want to see the context. That's the most important thing. Okay, market traded up. You have some interesting potential failed breakout here. I wasn't as excited about this because it seemed a little bit too bullish because you came after this low into trend range, so overall it's quite bullish. But technically, I mean, you can kind of consider it. Looks visually like one push up, broad break, second push up. I'm going to market more aggressive, not the strongest trade, but we are scalpers, so it still makes sense. Failed second entry long would be ideal. There's no failed second entry long. The market continued to go lower. Initially I drew my channel wider. I thought we were going to have some stronger reversal, but market reversed all the way down like this. So I'm going to adapt and I'm going to draw a break and a new high. And now I was looking for failed second entry long simply because the structure is quite sideways, so trend can pivot quickly. And you have significant push above EMA here. So actually looking at higher time frame, it helps me, which is 10,000 tick chart. It helps me to identify that there can be a wider channel, okay? Because if I'm gonna draw a channel like this, why we bounce at this level, the channel is actually confirmed. We have overshoot, we broke the trend channel line. We have now a second entry long. I actually took this trade, second entry long, simply because I wasn't really sure if there's overshoot or not, but it's better to play overshoot, especially since it's small and the channel is quite weak already. But also there's one negative, and that's the fact that this uptrend played away to break new high. So this uptrend is break new high and you have potential overshoot. Not the best trade. I took it. I had a losing trade right here. The risk is so small, so not that big of a deal, but it's not ideal trade. Actually, the better trade looks like it's this. Now overshoot leads to equal break. We have overshoot hit this, break right here. We have visual two-legged pullback. It's a little bit stronger. So we have overshoot is to break, two legs down, and mini fell breakout because you have EMA exactly on these bars. You have fell breakout, you expect new high. This is not a bad trade to consider. Great bullish bar. It's hard to re-enter if you took this trade right here because it happened very quickly, but if you didn't take this trade right here, you can consider going long here. Can we get some high-low breakout pullback? No. And we have break a new high, and this uptrend played out. So this uptrend played out right here. So this channel was already quite weak to begin with. Weak channel means it looks like a trend range tilted up. Okay, you can see how strong the corrections are. Stronger the trend, the more EMA keeps holding, and weaker pullbacks are. Here the pullbacks were very strong, so I'm not really expecting continuation yet. Let's see what's gonna happen. But market pushed back above the EMA. Okay, we still didn't exceed the high. There can be some residual bullish momentum or a new trend range. So I'm just taking this easy now. I'm not really looking for trades. It's really struggling to reverse to the downside. Okay, you have some second entry long, but I think it's way too early. It worked on this little pullback here, but I don't think we can go long here. You already have kind of like double top. It looks like count reset. I mean, it's better to be patient, but you can tell definitely still higher lows, even higher highs now. So after this push up right here, this is where I once again looked at slightly higher time frame, looked at market geometry, and because market is not reversing, nor it is acting like there is a trend range, because those are two next market cycles. So what's left is a trend continuation. So we have a break new high, and then if I'm analyzing the structure of the new high, I have higher low, higher low, higher lows, and even higher highs for the most part. So it looks like uptrend continuation. So I'm just going to draw this wider channel. We have quite significant pullback, so this was rather confusing. Is the channel valid or not? But you have significant push above EMA. You have another high low, but I don't like this high low as much. Notice how far the body is from the EMA. Not that bad, but also you're buying at the very top of the push. You know, if the trend is strong, it's okay enough, but here it really felt like you can see it's almost rolling over. It's looking like a trend range, so I feel like the strength of the trend is very, very weak here, which strength of the trend matters a lot, how you can be aggressive. If you took this high low, not a bad trade, almost good read, can't really blame you, but because it really looks like a trend range here, looks very, very weak, you're not as sure when you're watching this live. It looks quite stacked sideways overall, not as clean. I believe we need some failed second entry short or second entry long, but once again, if you took it, I can see why. Not a bad trade to consider. You didn't read it that wrong. Okay, you have a second entry long here, far from the EMA, so you cannot take it. But the reason why this one worked and not this one, you can see you have an uptrend break new high. Here the secondary small channel is still in play, so two channels need new high, and we have break push to new extreme. And we have significant retracement. So this is what I like to see, because we finally freed ourselves from this structure to the left. And this is such a decisive clean retracement. 9 times out of 10, there's going to be new low tested. So once I see prices pulling back to the EMA, I'm thinking about potential second entry short at the EMA. Remember, we started with the trend down as well. You can see trend down, break, retest. So I'm looking for high probability setups. I'm just respecting the corrections. So downtrend, reading price action, new low first entry short, second entry short above EMA. It's a breakout pullback out of this key level, so you have something to give you confidence, but I think it's a little bit more advanced, especially if the bar is quite weak. Nice tail, but can we get lower high below EMA? Nowhere back above. You can't really go short here because notice You're supposed to stay below EMA. Why are we back above EMA here? This is not what is supposed to happen. This is telling you that the buyers are back in the market and correction can be a little bit stronger. Now we have visual 2 legs up and decisive push below EMA. So here I was looking for failed second entry long below EMA. That never happened. Okay, we're going quite sideways. So we have new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short, which is also failed breakout out of this congestion. Most breakouts will fail, while the downtrend needs new low. So downtrend needs new low. This is giving me bias. Correction phase ended, 2 legs up, simple price action. But there was no trigger. I was ready to go short here. Even this weak bar would be okay. Why? Because it's not only second entry short, but it's also failed breakout out of the congestion. So I have more reasons to enter. Once again, it's about the context. Correction ended, so no reason to go higher. Downtrend needs new low. 2 hypervoltage setups. It didn't really get a trigger. It triggered all the way here, but remember, when I'm taking failed breakout out of such a small congestion, I want the setup to form close to the congestion. The further it moves from the congestion, you can't really exactly bet whether this is really a failed breakout or not. You want it to be close to this consolidation. This is a small range. So I'm looking for trades right now below EMA. And I have a failed second entry long. I have a failed second entry long, which is okay setup enough. I don't think you can take just plain low or high. It's not bad, but it's still above EMA. You may wonder, hold on, this is still mainly above EMA. Yes, but it's a stronger trade, failed second entry long. This downtrend really needs new low. I'm gonna mark it a little bit more aggressive because it is getting quite congested, but there are no dojis, just strong bearish bars. It's okay. And here you have, look at this, low or high, breakout, pullback. You have congestion, breakout, pullback, low or high, confirmation trade. This is safer trade if you're not sure about this failed second entry long, because still you have the issue with the EMA. You have a breakout, pullback, so you're out of the EMA. It's further down, so you now have confirmation you're about to test the new low, and this trade is much better. Lower high, breakout, pullback. Okay, lower high, breakout, pullback. Once again, it's nice you can combine breakout, pullback here, or here you can combine failed breakout, and downtrend played out with the break, push to new extreme. So I need to mark breaking new low. So you can see price action trading is about just following these moves. You can see everything happens for a reason. And you're not really looking for any broader channel. Why are you not looking for any wider channel? Because it's getting too sideways. This price action is too sideways. In fact, it's resembling trend range more than any bearish structure. So I am not looking to go short. Downtrend played out. So let's see what's going to happen. I have a breaking new high for the uptrend. Terrible area, nothing to take. Okay, I'm gonna redraw in hindsight. Breaking new high. I mean, I don't really like going short here because everything to the downside played out and the range is just about to be established. I mean, I don't really like it. I really feel like you need that push below EMA and lower high. Lower high has a bad bar. Can I get a second entry short? Can I come in a new low, first entry short? It would actually be also failed second entry long, so double hypervoltage setup. Oh, and now you have double hypervoltage setup. Counting from the top, it's a failed second entry long. Counting from the low, it's a second entry short. You like double hypervoltage setups, much higher win rate. But the bar is super weak. This bar is really, really weak. Bearish doji. I didn't take it. I just didn't like the weak bar. Yes, context is good. Maybe double bar entry. If you took double bar entry, decent play, but it's a shame we don't have better bar. So once again, here it comes down to how aggressive you are, how risk averse you are. If you're a trader who is a little bit more risky and is taking more trades per day, you can go short on a double hypervoltage setup and double bar entry. But if you're a little bit more patient, it's better to skip it because the bar is quite weak. Now you have breaking new low. Can you really pick a bottom? Not really. You don't have no good bar here. I don't really like picking bottom here just yet. You have failed second entry short. But it's still mainly below EMA. It's actually quite nice because you can really tell the sellers are getting squeezed. They're going short directly into proven support in trend range. They're definitely going to get squeezed because according to range rules, you want to buy low, sell high. I mean, this is not a bad trade. A little bit worried that you have uptrend breaking you high, 2 legs up, but it's a range. You're at the support. I mean, more aggressive trader can consider. This is actually not a bad trade because something is really telling you we have a bottoming pattern here. We're going to break higher. The safer option in a situation like this is to wait for the push above EMA and get a high-low confirmation setup like this to confirm this situation that happened. Can I get a high low? Well, technically yes, but the signal bar is bad, and by the time you get a double bar entry, you have to enter at the very top. So we kind of missed the move. Remember, we are scalpers mainly, so even if you scalp bigger targets, so you prefer to catch these moves when they happen. You really don't want to be entering quite late. That's how you're going to increase the win rate if you try to enter a little bit earlier and not chasing it. We don't really want to chase trades. It's always better to miss a trade than to chase an entry. And let's say you have your order, buy order, like 3 or 4 ticks above the signal bar. You don't want to chase it because sometimes those few ticks can really make it or break it. I expect new high for the uptrend, but we broke below EMA, so now I need something like failed second entry short above. Can I get it? New low, first entry short, second entry short failure. But this is an inside bar. I can't take inside bar. Can I get some mini second? Oh, didn't even trigger. Can I get mini second entry long? Okay, I have a mini second entry long, so now we have new high, first entry long, second entry long. The signal bar is not ideal, but it's okay enough. And this is a decent second entry long because we need new high for this uptrend. Can actually draw a little bit like this. Overshoot leads to a correction. It's still part also of the visual failed second entry short. Okay, it actually ended up working nicely, and now the market is about to close. So it's a shame this setup formed while I'm doing the review. Otherwise, I would have liked taking this trade because uptrend is new high. It's a second entry long. You're part of the failed second entry short, and uptrend played out. Perfect trend line rule. So yes, break, new high, and now the market is about to close. This is the overall structure for today. I'm gonna zoom out. We actually ended up having a lot of trades, even though the structure initially looked quite slow and uneventful. So overall, fairly decent trading day. We didn't move that much. We ended up pretty much at the same place we opened with, but it was a decent day overall. So I hope you had a good trading day as well. I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.